need to spread my unwanted opinions again, so here we go. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hey girlies! Today's video is going to be a girl talk video slash rant kind of thing. I'm just going to go off the top of my head. I was in my Uber earlier. I just dropped my car off to get oil changed, brake pads, all these little things, you know, adult things. And when I was in my Uber to go, or to come back home, I was just really thinking, I was like, wow, I feel like I haven't done a girl talk video in a really long time and I need a topic. So I went ahead and thought about myself. I went ahead and thought about other people and situations and stuff that I've been in and that they've been in, and I was like, you know what? I got a topic.
Wait, can I just crack up for a second?
Crack up for what?
Read in the comments. Everyone's like, I love how you're sitting in your room bawling out crying and you just hear Vanessa in the back. The time I'm like, I just feel like I have no friends, and then she's sitting happy while you're sitting
You're in your room crying and I'm in the living room. So today's topic, let's call it why nobody wants to date you. Now this video may actually help you get a man's or woman's, whichever you're into. We don't judge here. So pay close attention to everything I have to say and just know that I have good intentions. There's a piece of hair on my eye. So I feel like these days it's such a big deal to be in a relationship. Like, people make it seem like it's such a priority to be with someone, when in reality, to be honest, I would rather just be without and not deal with all the heartache and the drama and just all the bullshit. I have friends that are always complaining like, oh, I wish I had a man, I wish I had a girlfriend, I wish I had this, like, I don't understand why I don't, like, why isn't it happening for me, like, I just really need it, like, I want it so bad. And that's exactly why you're not going to get one. So exhibit 1, you probably don't have a man's or a woman's because you're trying too hard. I don't know if you heard of the saying, good things happen to people who wait, or good things happen in time, along the lines of that, but it's very, very true. So I can't think of anybody else's situation as an example, so I'm gonna go ahead and expose myself right now. Although in this time period, I don't want a man or a girl, like I don't want nobody right now. In the past, I was in my friend's shoes where I'm like, oh my gosh, I just wish I had a man, like, oh my gosh, I just want a man so bad. Because at this time, I was so fucking thirsty, just like the lioness. The first antelope that goes by, boom. So this boy came along and I thought it was all cool at first. Like, we got along, we had a lot of similar interests. A lot of our favorites were like similar. So I was like, okay, like this is cool. So the only thing that didn't add up with this boy is that he was a Leo, and he was also kind of weird, to be honest. And I don't like to call people weird because I'm a weird ass bitch. Like, I am weird. Like, I'm not like a normal person, but strange. This boy was a Leo. I'm a Scorpio. If you look that up, it's not gonna happen. Literally, it says the most uncompatible, like, signs in the entire universe. Should have read the damn horoscope and moved on with my day, but I didn't. Because I was such a thirsty bitch, I continued to talk to him even when things started getting strange. Eventually, weeks passed by and I'm here wasting my time with somebody who it's just not gonna work at all. Like, we were literally trying. I feel like we were trying to make it, like, work at a certain point. So I was like, yeah, this can't happen. And now we don't talk anymore. It just was not going to work, you guys. And my thirsty ass was not letting go. Literally, 2 other boys tried to talk to me around this time and they were both fine men. And because I was so caught up with this fantasy of thirst, I just didn't respond to them. I didn't talk to them, and I continued to talk to the same boy that was not going to work out. So don't be a thirsty bitch and jump into something really soon. The first person that pays attention to you, do not jump into it. Don't be desperate, don't be thirsty, Nessa. It's not cute. Now on to the next situation. Have you ever found yourself hooking up with somebody? Have you ever found yourself, you know, going out, doing all these things, and then over time you eventually ask them, so what are we? Are we gonna date? Like, what are your intentions? And they tell you, oh, like, what we're doing right now is fine. I mean, I'm not ready for that. I like just talking like this. This is fine. And then you go home and you cry. So if the relationship doesn't happen just naturally, like, oh, you guys are friends, and then it ends up becoming more, if you guys end up meeting with the intention of like, oh, you're cute, I think you're cute, you think I'm cute kind of situation, you need to ask the person, so I know we just met or whatever, but like, what are you looking for right now? Like, are you looking for a relationship? Are you just looking for a hookup? Are you looking for this? You need to ask. Don't let it get too far to the point of you end up developing feelings and then they don't. I've seen that happen to many of my friends. They will go on Grindr, they will go on Tinder, they will hook up with a guy and then expect the guy to call back and they don't, or they continue to hook up with this guy over and over and over, and then they end up catching feelings, and then say 3 weeks pass, a month pass, and they ask the guy, oh, hey, so I'm really starting to like you. Do you feel the same way about me? Like, I would love to, you know, let's fucking date. And then the other guy's like, oh, I'm sorry, this is awkward. I don't feel the same way. I mean, we're having fun, but that's all we're doing. So before you jump into anything like that, I recommend you ask. Another reason you might be asking yourself that question is because everyone is going to think I'm slut shaming. Everyone is going to think I'm saying something against sex, being prude. I'm not. I'm not prude. But I notice if you give it up too soon, how do I say it? I really don't want to offend people. I just noticed from my experiences and others around me, if you give it up too soon, and by give it up, I mean sleep with the person or whatever sexual acts that you do with people, I feel like sometimes if you give it up too soon, the other person, unless it's a mutual thing like, oh, we're just hooking up, that's it. Now, this is not with all people, and I'm not saying this is, you know, the exact reason, but this is what I noticed from my experiences and other people's. Now, girls, you can go and do whatever you want with your body. I'm not telling you what to do, and I'm not judging you for what you do. But I have noticed that if you go on, you know, say you guys went on your first date and you sleep with him, and then you guys hang out a couple times after that, and then you catch feelings and he's not interested anymore. So that's why I try to tell myself and my friends not to go all the way too fast. I tell them not to tell myself not to do the most. And I'm just gonna put it out there, you cannot keep somebody by sleeping with them. You cannot keep a man or a woman by sexual acts. So if any of you are thinking like, oh, the boys don't like me, maybe if I start giving blowjobs in the locker room, they'll talk to me more. Oh, my relationship is failing, he's not really talking to me anymore, maybe if I spice it up in the bedroom, that'll fix everything. No, it won't. If it's not there mentally, sex it's a big deal. It's a big deal. I believe it is a big deal. But if it's not there mentally, they can get sex from anybody. You can go and have sex with a car. People do it on Strange Addictions. They can go and get it from anyone, anything, online, machines, products. You can't keep them that way. So hopefully everything I just said kind of made sense. That might not be the case, but if you are having troubles in paradise and troubles with your relationships, I definitely do think you should try that out. At least maybe go out on a couple of dates with people and not, you know, go too far the first time. Maybe make them wait. I know it's hard when you're young and you just want to do whatever you want to do, but like I said, just try. I'm trying to think of another example of why people don't want to date. You need to establish in the beginning, like what you told me. Even if it's just the first date, you need to ask them, what are you looking for?
Yeah.
Are you looking just for a hookup? Are you looking for this? Because
So
a lot
right
of
off
people,
the bat.
because a lot of people might be, you know, looking for just a hookup, and you might get your feelings involved, and then
Boom, you're screwed.
You're screwed. Then I also said, I recommend not sleeping with them on the first date. If you don't, or if you do sleep with them, you might give them what they wanted and they might not come back.
Yeah, but what if that's what you want? If you're in the mood for just to sleep with them one night,
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Because sex is overly sexualized and private.
No, but I said if you're going in looking for a serious relationship,
don't sleep with them on the first
don't
date.
sleep with them. But
because
if you're looking just for a hookup, then
if
do
you're
it.
looking for a serious relationship, the most important thing in the relationship before sex is emotion. I feel like.
Emotion, mental connection, and respect.
And respect.
And
so
then
if I want to be with you for years, like if I see us having an LTR, a long-term relationship, I'm going to not sleep with you for a long time because I want that to be the thing.
You want it to be special. The thing that seals the deal. Like
that's
we're
kind of like what me and my situation that right now it's 100% emotional because it has to be. So then when we do see each other, bitch, the tension has built.
I said that if you're looking for it, you're probably not going to find it.
If you're looking for it, you will not
find it. Because I said, I remember I was looking for it, and then the first person that came my way, bitch, I pounced, and I tried to make it work for weeks, and it could not work.
And I know several people, even myself, like, there's a time I had Tinder, I had this, I had that, I had that. And it was just like, oh, no one messages me, blah, blah, blah. Because I was searching, bitch. Searching hours. You know how we would sit on the couch, me and just like, bitch, look. And that's not how it is. Like, and then boom, when it just happened, it's like,
if
wow,
it happens. An obvious one. If he's fucking around with other girls, he probably doesn't want to date you. If he is talking to you, but still messing with other girls, but then goes back to you, but then goes and talks to other girls, but then comes back to you, he probably doesn't want to date you. I may have stumbled across a video yesterday me and James were watching, and this girl...
Purple or violet?
She did it because she was so in love or whatever, and she was in her feelings, and she didn't want to lose what was going on or whatever she said. But in this video, she also continued to say, he was with me, but then he went with other girls. But then he was with me, but then he was with other girls. If a boy that I like and I'm talking to, messing with, whatever, the first girl that comes along that I see other than me, like, I'm sorry, but I could not be with somebody unless you guys have some sort of like open relationship agreement going on. Unless that was established, there should be no reason why my man is with this girl over here. The fact that it happened multiple times. I'm sorry, girl. Girl, really? I don't care how much you care for somebody. I don't care how much you love someone. You gotta have respect for yourself. And this isn't just a message to Alyssa. This is a message to everyone around the fucking world. Because if she went through this, I'm sure at least one or two of you guys that are watching this right now might be going through it as well. You guys have to have respect for yourself. I'm not saying that she doesn't respect herself, because I'm sure she does. But you can't allow somebody to treat you like that. It doesn't look good on their part, obviously, but it also doesn't look good on you. Like, yeah, they're a cheater, they're a fuckboy, they suck, I hate them. But you also let it happen. So don't put yourself in that predicament, you guys. Guys are usually pretty straightforward, I feel like. I mean, yeah, there's definitely confusing people that give you super mixed signals. I've dealt with people like that. But some guys are pretty straightforward when it comes to, oh, we're just sleeping together, we're just messing around. Like, some guys are, and then when they're bringing other people around, like, it's pretty obvious. So the second you see that happen, you need to run for the hills and don't go back. So something else that I feel like also contributes to the reason why maybe people don't want to date you, or maybe you're just not ready for a relationship, is your mental stability. I know, because I'm somebody that has dealt with anxiety, depression, all this stuff. I know what it's like to try to be in a relationship with somebody, but also dealing with all these other things in your head and dealing with all these other things on the side that they may or may not understand. Now, because you have anxiety and depression, that does not mean that you shouldn't date people. That doesn't mean you should hide away from the rest of the world. But I believe that until you can get it kind of under control, until you can kind of get it, you know, within grasp, like, you're not... Exactly. You need to be able to be secure with yourself. You need to be ready to share with somebody else. Literally, when I was dating this boy, last year or whatever, I was not in a good place, you guys. Mentally, physically, I was just not in a good place, and it definitely will take a toll on the relationship. Yes, the boy understood what I was going through, and he understood all of that, but I'm sorry, like, at this point in my life, I don't want to share or put that on,
It's not really fair.
It's not fair at all, because, like, imagine, like, you're just, you know, a regular schmegular person walking around, and then you meet this beautiful girl and you want to date her and all this stuff, and then she has all these issues and you understand them, but then she starts putting them all on you. Like, when you become a couple, it's us. It's not only just me or you. Now it's us. We become one in a way. So if you're dealing with all this stuff and this person's not, and you're just throwing it all on them, it's not really fair. So wait until you have yourself put together. Now, depression doesn't just go away, you guys, and sometimes some people live with it for their entire life, the rest of their life. But until you can control it, and when you're able to share a part of you without, you know, putting problems on somebody else, without, you know, I wouldn't say burdening people, but honestly, that's how I felt at sometimes. Like, even if it's not even anxiety or depression, say you are out of a job and you're struggling and you just can't do it anymore, and bills are adding up. A lot of stress on your shoulders, but you're still trying to date somebody. You're bringing somebody into that situation. A pretty kind of sad or negative one. You don't want to do that. So until your life is set, you're happy, the bills are paid, the car's oil is changed, your teeth were cleaned this month, don't get in a relationship until all that. So that's it for this video. I have been sitting here talking for about 40 minutes. 40! I'm gonna somehow cut this video all the way down to about 10 or 15. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope I gave you guys some sort of advice. I hope I didn't offend anybody. I try to like be as real as possible without being triggering, but I still probably triggered somebody. I can say hello and it triggered the world. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, like I said, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on my notifications. I have a little special surprise coming for you guys next week, so stay tuned for all that. And I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye!
To me, I be work, 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 work. So me better work, work, work. To me, I be work, 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 work.